Hello and welcome to another Saturday sipping session with me, Sara, aka Queen from Vin Van Caerdydd. Now this is the 10th Saturday sipping session and we're going to do things a little differently. So today I've chosen a Cremant du Bordeaux, which of course is a white sparkling from Bordeaux. And I chose a fizz because we are celebrating some very exciting news. Vin Van Caerdydd is going to be opening as a wine delivery service in Cardiff in July. Enough of that. So this is really exciting. We are currently working on a website where you'll be able to peruse all of our wines and order through the website and either choose a click and collect same day collection option, or you can choose a next day free delivery within Cardiff. We've got lots and lots of really fun ideas for you. Don't worry, we are going to continue with our weekly videos where we'll be introducing a wine of the week, which are all going to be available on the website that you can order beforehand if you want to take part. And that just means that you can try a different wine every single week. You won't have to look at my face all the time because we'll be working with lots of different people who can share their knowledge and expertise with you. And we've even got some live tasting ideas up our sleeve. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some fun events to share with you soon. We will be on the lookout for new interesting wines all the time. So hopefully our monthly wine list will be changing constantly so that you can really have a proper variety, and again so that you can try something new all the time. Tasting notes will be available with each bottle purchased, and we're going to be making available tasting packs at home, so like home tasting packs where you'll be able to try your hand at tasting events over Zoom with your friends and family, so keep an eye out for those as well. Oh, and all of this will be available in English and Welsh. Felly, os ys well da chi siarad yn Gymraeg, bydd croeso chi siarad a cyfathrebu dyn ni yn Gymraeg, a peidiwch â phoeni, bydd nodiadau blasu hefyd ar gael trwy gyfrwng y Gymraeg. Now, we have a lot of work to do still, but hopefully we'll be able to share our launch date with you and to let you know when the website is up and running, which will be in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for Vin Van Caerdydd. We are really excited to be delivering wine to your door. So yes, keep an eye out. Oh yeah, back to the wine. Hello and welcome back to the 10th Saturday sipping session. This part I'm actually going to be talking about the wine. If you did miss the first bit, we have an incredibly exciting announcement, so go back and watch it and then come back and do the wine bit. So like I said earlier, I have a Cremant du Bordeaux, which is a white sparkling from Bordeaux. So Cremant du Bordeaux is made in the same traditional way as is used to make champagne. So basically you make a wine and then you put the wine in a bottle and then you add a bit of extra yeast and sugar, and this kicks off a second fermentation, and because the CO2 can't escape through the bottle, then that's what creates the fizz. That's what traditional method means. Now, Cremant du Bordeaux it's slightly different because they use different grape varieties. So it tends to be more aromatic with more kind of citrus and stone fruit flavours. This sparkling wine, after its fermentation, it's always aged for at least 9 months in contact with the dead little yeasty cells that are left over after the second fermentation. Or the lees, as they call it. And this is what gives it that kind of like toasty, brioche smell and taste. So as a general rule, the longer the aging process in contact with the lees, the more the wine will taste like a bakery. So I just spilt some wine over myself. that's the first time I've done that in the 10 Saturday sipping sessions that I've done. So I'm proud that this is the first time, but I'm also really wet and really uncomfortable now, and I stink of wine. So I'm just gonna try and sail through this now, all right? So champagne and a lot of sparkling wines tend to use the same grape varieties. So these grape varieties are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. But Cremant du Bordeaux will only use the grape varieties that are grown in Bordeaux, so the same grape varieties that they use to make still wines. And the most prominent ones there are Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, Muscadel, and Sauvignon Gris. Is it called Sauvignon Gris? Of course it is. Well, I'm getting confused. Must be all of the wine on my top. And then the most common reds then are Merlot, Cab Sauv, and Cabernet Franc. So white sparklings can also include red grape varieties as long as there's no skin contact, and so none of the colour comes out. And that's why you get a rosé sparkling, because there's just a small amount of contact, so you get more of the colour, and then you tend to get more fruity flavours, you know, like your raspberry and your strawberry and that kind of thing. Now, it's difficult to really define a flavour profile for Cremant du Bordeaux, because it all depends on which grape varieties are more kind of prominent and how long it spends in contact with lees and aging and that kind of thing. So let's look at this one in particular. So this is a Calvet. I'm sure that's how they pronounce it in France. À Bordeaux, Cremant de Bordeaux. This is a Brut, which means dry. It's 2017 vintage. This is actually 12%, which is a bit higher than most sparklings. Most sparklings would be 10, 11%. So this has probably got a bit of a punch. And well, there was more in here, but you know, the rest is here. And it's got, well, the fizz has got a bit. Let's just pour a little bit more, shall we? Let's just get, there we go. That was a rubbish pour. I used to be a sommelier, can you believe that? So you can see it's kind of like a pale goldeny colour. It's got aromas of, you know, grape, citrus, quite a bit of stone fruits. There's a little bit of like toast there on the nose, so that's probably from the contact with the lees. It's quite medium, it's got medium to high acid, so you know, things like Prosecco and a lot of sparklings can have really, really high acidity, and they can actually give you really bad heartburn. This is a lot more mellow in that sense. It does have a little bit more body to it, so it's probably got quite a big percentage of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc in there. There's a combination of like floral, grassy elements that probably get from the Sauvignon Blanc. There's a lot of citrus, and there's a really, really kind of citrus, if that makes sense. Some stone fruits. There's not really much kind of toasty, brioche flavours in there, so I reckon this is probably, you know, 9 months aging and then no more after that. It does have like maybe like a teeny tiny hint of this contact on the finish, and it's quite honeyed on the finish. There's like, you know, it's really, really dry on the palate, but then it's got this really lovely, like almost sweet honeyed finish. So that's really, really nice. So all in all, I mean, this was £10 from Tesco's, I think it was. So yeah, a lot more than we've been spending on wine up until now. But this is a really kind of tasty, really fresh, really vibrant, citrusy kind of fizz that I would absolutely recommend for the summer. And if you're cooking something nice on the barbecue and you don't want to have your standard whatever it is, then great as an aperitif. But it's an absolutely incredible alternative to a Prosecco. I mean, it's not the same. I wouldn't pair it with a champagne. Champagne is usually kind of more toasty, unless we're talking about an unaged, kind of like a young, fresh, clean style of champagne, in which case, definitely. But yeah, it's got that really nice kind of fresh and fruity smell and taste to it. So I really like this one. So I would definitely recommend it, especially for a tenner. And I think the beauty with your Cremant is that although made in the same way as a champagne, they're always going to be a bit cheaper. because they're not champagne at the end of the day. So yeah, always go, try and, you know, give it a go. Go and find something like a Cremant du Bordeaux, same as kind of traditional methods, sparklings from New World countries. They've got some really, really great things as well, which are going to be half the price of a champagne. So that is my conclusion. I am getting really uncomfortable now. This is, can you see, that's just falling. Oh, it stinks. It's really, really bad. So I'm going to go now, but we're really, really, really excited to share our launch date with you very, very soon. There won't be any sipping sessions now until we do launch, because we need to focus all of our energy on getting some wine for you and delivering it to your door safely and without any hiccups. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the next week or so. But please, please, please keep an eye on our social media, because we'll be sharing everything from now on. Every little progress we make, we will be sharing with you all. So yes, hopefully, oh, everything's going. Anyway, hopefully we will be up and running very, very soon. So really, really excited to be sharing this news with you. Hope you've enjoyed this weird Saturday sipping session, and really looking forward to speaking with you guys soon. It's the fumes. I feel like the fumes have just made me feel a bit pissed. Anyway, stay safe. See you guys soon. Iechyd da.